And welcome back to Shatter Our Souls with Novaria here. Now, last time we tackled the last of the major New Haven bounties. Today, we are going to be tackling the middle of nowhere. Specifically, we're going to fix the bounty board. And once the bounty board is fixed, we're going to head towards Crom's Canyon. Whether or not we're going to do any major, fight any major bosses in Crom's Canyon is still debatable. But we are going to make do with what we have. Crom's Canyon, of course, is where our next boss, Crom, will be situated. Crom is a long-range specialist with a eye for large weapons, shall we say. His primary weapon is a minigun, but we're also going to be taking down a second opponent, Reaver. Reaver is a mini boss that features very similar weapon set to Mordecai, being a sniper himself. So between the two characters, I think that we're going to have a bit of an interesting in-between going on here. I have collected the transfusion. No, I still do not want to use it. In fact, eh. I keep forgetting that the transfusions are not something that I want to have this time simply because of its long-term effects. Anywho, I don't foresee there being any major problems today, albeit our enemies are officially strong enough to actually do damage to us again. So, we can actually get some character growth going again, which is exactly what I want. Got some pretty clean shots going on today. And the spider ants are also causing me a lot of frustration just because I can't stun them very easily right now. Ammunition is going to be a bit of a problem in the near future. I say just before picking up another dozen bullets. The Sithid are back. But doing 1800 damage, or getting 1800 experience in a very short span of time from them, I think that it's going to be perfectly fine. At least dealing with the big guys is useful. Consistently useful. Anywho, we're not here to worry about the Sithid or fight them back. We're here to look for fuses so that I may hopefully be able to reset the bounty board. And I am out of ammo again. It's a darn good thing that I have an eridian weapon now. But as shown, it's not all that great. Oh, sniper rifle cartridges. Just gotta hold my own for a minute or so. It wasn't just me who saw the giant spot way out in the boonies, was it? Perfect. And at 56 per shot, or 56 experience per shot right now, there's really no reason for me not to attempt to clean this area out. At least it's far better hunting than the prior location was. Oh, I can fight these guys with my bare hands. Even better. I don't even need to fire a shot. Come on, just need one more fuse. More ammunition. I can take that. Hmm. This one? Oh, that had so much potential. But a siren one instead. Very disappointing. Where in the world is it? One thing I find interesting about this is that like it always gives loot, but you're never guaranteed to get what you're after, and often will drop loot that is completely useless to your character. There we go, there it is. Now where did you go? Aha! So we'll just pass this back in, and I will meet you back over at the middle of nowhere bounty board, assuming nothing else goes somewhat wonky on me. Well, something went wonky on me. It would be a shame if these guys weren't capitalized on, actually used to their fullest potential. They're here for our entertainment, aren't they? What? Okay, perfect. Anyways, now we'll head back to the middle of nowhere. Or not. Who dares attack me from behind? And we're back to the middle of nowhere here. Got ourselves a fast travel station, which, again, I refuse to use. Hate using fast travel. Hey, can I talk to you? Perfection. And we have some spider ants to take care of. Okay. Nothing super serious by the looks of it. It's just like 5 spider ants. Hello, what's going on over here? Oh, there you are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, I can't just leave a job half done. That's so not my style. Perfect. There we go. Like I said, not my style to leave a job half done. We're halfway to level 28 already. The Eridian firearms are getting a little bit underwhelming, which is disappointing. I'm still gonna keep it, but it's not perfect yet. So we have some new missions at the new bounty board. And we're going to head back to Helena Pierce, simply to pass on the good news. So, with that, we are going to head to New Haven. Shame on me. Ow. Excuse me, sir. That was a shotgun shell. I'm going to learn how to be a school bus driver at this rate. Bingo. Got him. All right. So we are back at New Haven. Helena Pierce just has a. We just got to talk to Helena Pierce, and everything will be all hunky dory peachy keen again. I keep taking the wrong turns. This city is so confusing. I just want to take the back road so that I'm actually, don't have to go around things. These walls are my nemesis. Not a very worthwhile um, piece, but it'll do. Anyways, I will meet you back at our dear friend at the middle of nowhere. Whee! Alright, we are back at the west side, and we are going to start by east side, my apologies. I'm going to start by tackling a couple journal entries, because at this point in time, I think it is best to start tackling the small stuff. Actually, and we're going to go with the Burning Heresy side quest at the same time, because the pair of them can be done relatively easily at the same time without too many side stops. I'm glad that I don't have to sit down and grind all the time anymore, as that would just be way too much at this point. Anywho, we have the Scriptures of the Badlands. And these scriptures, while being entirely the desires of the, or depicting the desires and beliefs of the individuals who live within the Badlands, they're just kind of exist. They're all heresy. They're all about loot and that kind of stuff. Because when weapons are religion, that's really all the people are going to focus on. And given that the Borderlands are absolutely chock full of weapons, it's no question in my mind that they are a form of religion to these people. Thankfully, not the end of the world. So, I've been considering what to do next for the challenge. For the next possible challenge. And really, I don't know what the next challenge run should be. Um, I think I have a couple ideas, but I'm also having recently gotten a new piece of hardware. I'm thinking of branching out away from shooters or schlooters, because while they are a perfectly fine genre to get into and have a fair bit that are reasonable to get into, I think that focusing in exclusively on one genre is just, for me, going to be boring. So I've actually kind of have the idea of getting into possibly up to three to four new genres in the near future here. Um, Hoping that each one will bring a different type of gameplay and challenges to the channel as a whole. Starting with probably the weirdest one, is just going to be a completion challenge. Um, See, there are some games where completing them is relatively easy. Look at Borderlands, for example. The entire point of a completion challenge of Borderlands is finish all the quests. There you go, you're done. Fully upgrade your character. Cool, play New Game Plus. That's it. There's little nuance to it. But games like The Witcher, specifically Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, are so massive that a completion run would actually be somewhat more interesting. Another game that comes to mind is actually an older game that I've held on to for over a decade now. And without getting too far into it, it is a hack and slash type game, but each and every character has their own mini story to go through. Each character has 5 missions to go through, each with their own conditions for a true completion. Thus, I believe that it would be one of the more interesting ones to aim for true completion on. Of course, getting true completion on this would also have some include maxing out every character and getting everything else out as soon as, or everything else completed as soon as possible. But yeah, this mission game would be more of a each mission being about 20 minutes ish. So shorter missions with potentially higher frequency of upload. Because really, in these missions, there's going to be very little downtime. So it's going to be all about just how much can I get done in a short span of time? Can I successfully complete mission A? Or is it going to be, um, well, we'll do that. Is it going to be better or worse if I do certain things or use certain weapons? I don't know. But it's more about the growth over time that I'm considering rather than the um it's more about the characters, their storylines, and the individual challenges that get put forward that are going to be for the completion challenge of that particular game. Of course, this is assuming that I can get this challenge completed and worked on in reasonable span of time. Woo! 2,401 KO. 1,201 KO. Very nice. We are making some really good headway in the experience department. I like Sithid crawlers because, like, they're one-shot KOs, but I dislike them because they're one-shot KOs. There's nothing nuanced about fighting them. And of course, okay, we got one more chapel to, or two more chapels to burn. Patricia Tanis has officially reached a point of agoraphobia, the fear of leaving your own space, or the fear of the unknown, shall I say. Which is rather disappointing because Tanis has a lot going for her. She just. The Badlands have done some serious work to her. She can't function the way she once could. Hey, stop it. Bad. 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 Eridian weapon proficiency is pretty much the only way to improve the use of them. Their damage rate is awful. And part of that is because Eridian weapons just do not have any means of doing decent damage with them over time. Oh, perfect. Get the Rust Commons first, and then we'll go deal with the Alter Ego. Part 2 of whichever it is. Okay, this isn't good. The enemies have gotten a significant amount stronger. Which isn't a bad thing, just needs to be more... I need to be more careful about what I tackle and how. But yeah. I'm planning on doing a completion run of a game. I'm planning on testing various um, styles of play in a pair of different games that are focused more on speed running, collectathons, those kinds of things. Um, Boomer shooters, all sorts of good stuff. Effectively, what I'm hoping for is, in the near future, branching out into numerous genres, different styles of play, and hoping that the end result still goes okay. So we're just gonna pass this in, and we're going to finish the alter ego mission. Because nothing better to do than that. We're just gonna make a little Kool-Aid on the way. Is it Kool-Aid or is it Cruel-Aid? I don't know. Suppose there's no better way of checking. Holy moly, this is wildly inaccurate. Like, my goodness. Still runs out of ammunition by the fourth shot, but it's not necessarily designed for that style of firing anyway. We got the side mission Bug Crusher completed, which I think is rather suitable given how things have been going today. And we have finished the Scripture Heresy. We got a scavenger hunt, which is where? Perfect. So we're going to do the scavenger hunt. We're going to pass everything in, and then we are going to catch a little bit of a brief breather before the next video. This round is probably going to be a bit shorter than usual just because of the length of the recent videos that I've been doing or putting up. Regardless of that, and the amount of times that I've been running back and forth across the Badlands, yeah. Excuse me. We're just going to do or collect the bits and pieces of the shotgun here. And then next time we will tackle Crom, specifically all of Crom's Canyon, which I think will be a suitable way to make up for it because I find Crom's Canyon to be one of the more unique and interesting areas to go to. And with everything that's going to happen getting us there, it's definitely worth tuning in. Anywho, how do I get up there? There's something that I'm just not paying enough attention to. Oh, really? That's not solid? Oh, geez. Yep, I'm just not paying enough attention. Interesting. Looks like this guy might be a corrosion shotgun. Anywho, we're just going to pass all this back in, which isn't all that long of a drive. And if you like what you see, are curious what else will be coming in the near future, or are interested in seeing the next batch of videos, drop on by for the next batch because we are going to keep on keeping on. Until then, have a good one.